What if we stopped calling profit progress and started building for trust instead? Because right now, more than 560 million people hold crypto, and most of them are still waiting for it to matter. Web3 has potential. But potential without structure fades. Nexora connects it all. One ecosystem, built for access, powered by participation. I always wanted to spend freely. Now I can, with Nexora Card. Physical, global, seamless. Accepted in over 160 countries, powered by Visa. Which brings me closer to ownership than anything else. Nexora was built by people who know how to build. Let me rephrase. Nexora is the people, developers, engineers, strategists, with decades of experience in fintech, security, and crypto architecture, teams with real execution behind them, and a vision for systems that serve the community, you and me. So how does it work? Well, at the foundation is Inception, a purpose-built Layer 1 blockchain, fast, secure, built to scale, and future backed by tangible assets, gold, diamonds, real estate, a digital foundation grounded in the real world. Akasha handles decentralized value exchange, clean, direct, and borderless. Then there are nodes. Your node is a live mechanism inside the system. Each node is a smart contract on Inception, built to receive, process, and distribute value. Imagine your node is like a vault, a growing core that opens its chamber with every token launched. Let's say I'm holding an Ultra node, valued at 6,000 USDT. That gives me a deposit capacity of 30,000 USDT per token. Inception launches. A chamber opens. I deposit up to 30,000 USDT in Inception. Rewards begin. Then, Andy token goes live. The chamber opens again. Another 30k capacity. More rewards. Each token creates its own lane. Each lane earns. I turn the Ultra node on. I get the airdrops, and it compounds at 8%. Leave it off, no airdrops, and it yields at 4%. Entry begins as low as $50. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm always earning. Top tiers unlock higher limits, faster flow, and deeper integration. You choose your path. You own your pace. Now let's talk AI. I see AI as a mirror of myself. My input equals the output, but 1,000-fold. That's where it lives inside Nexora, where it works with purpose. The Inception AI core node automates reward distribution, on-chain in real time. The AI Launchpad gives me early access to cutting-edge projects created with AI at the core. The AI device protects access with adaptive intelligence and powers real consciousness infrastructure across medical centers, hotels, and smart cities, and you will own a part of everything. Participation creates value, and that value flows back to you. So the bigger the family, the stronger the network, and I love that. So what makes Nexora different? Earlier on I said, what if we started building for trust instead of calling profit progress? That's exactly what we've done here. We made trust our currency. And yes, you can measure it, because everything valuable eventually becomes quantifiable. Confidence, contribution, community, it's simple math. Most of us inherited systems designed to extract. Now we get to build systems that give. Systems that give to the people we love, and those who come after. Connect, earn, spend, but most importantly, own. Welcome to your family. Welcome to Nexora. Have a great day. Precious desire. It's so cold, go with my own.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Hello, you beautiful people. It is the middle of the week. It is time to get up and do something. Welcome today. I'm going to share with you the power of Nexora. Welcome to the future of passive earning in the crypto world. Now, let's be honest, crypto's always been seen as a bit of a casino, and quite frankly, it's not getting any better. There are real projects out there, but they are hard to find. It's like a needle in a haystack. What normally happens is you buy a coin, you hope it pumps, and you usually lose. Somebody's always on the inside playing the game against you. But what if I told you there was a smarter way? One where the community owns the upside, owns the infrastructure, instead of just riding it and being used. A place where you're shielded from the worst of the crypto world and hand-fed only the best, most progressive projects, hand-picked by experts, presented to you on a silver platter. That's Nexora. Instead of gambling on hype, tokenization turns real assets, real businesses, real communities and revenue streams into something people can actually own a piece of, not just speculate or gamble upon. This is where Nexora changes the game. Again, a couple of updates from our architects table that we held earlier in the week. We got the Dubai headquarters finally opening up in late August or early September, depending on how the construction goes. And we will be hosting a launch party to invite our community to attend. There are a couple of steps that you need to do to be able to qualify for this awesome opportunity. The first one is ordering your Nexora Visa card. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and do it. I don't know why people stumble on doing this. It is a way to spend your earnings without extracting everything from the network. There will be other qualification pieces that are in play, but we'll keep coming out with those. But the top qualifiers will earn their flights, their hotel, and an exclusive leadership event, a dinner with us. Break bread, join the community, keep things rolling. Olivia continues to grow. It continues to break all-time highs. This is only the beginning. We have an exciting announcement for Olivia where it is being finally listed on a major exchange. This is massive, people, because you know that as soon as these things get put onto the major exchanges, the token price skyrockets. When we first listed this coin, it came out at 0.0 something cents. It's already at over 23 cents. And as we come in, we are eyeing $1 a token for the launch price on BingX. And then it's going to grow into Binance. Binance, we're expecting it to be $3 to $5, and then beyond that, anywhere up to $20. You don't need to be a mathematician to understand the extreme growth potential that we have there. So the time is now to fill up your bags and get as much Olivia as you can, because this is basically free money. Also, we have an offer for Olivia whereby, and we've extended this to the end of the month, not just 24 hours like it says on the slide here. This offer goes until the end of July. Anyone who buys a minimum of $200 of Olivia tokens will get 100% back. So that's an additional $200 between all the other tokens in the ecosystem. So 25% Akasha, 25% Inception, 25% Andy, and 25% Assetia. Again, this is more free stuff. There is no reason not to do this. So we are bringing you great projects. We're bringing you great offers. We're excited to do it. Let's go. So before we jump into the exciting part where we're going to go through the Nexora value proposition, I have to be upfront as always. Nothing here is financial advice. Nothing here is a guaranteed return. What I'm showing you is an opportunity through a proven business model, but the results will depend upon you. Now let's set some perspective. Most people do not have any idea just how enormous the financial markets truly are. Every year, the S&P 500 rolls over almost $60 trillion. Apple alone is almost a $4 trillion company. The crypto market is just over $3 trillion. and the foreign exchange market is almost 2.5 quadrillion dollars. I don't even know how many zeros that is. But this is all yearly turnover. Every single year, these markets, these companies turn over these amounts of money, and it's going to change to go on chain. Direct sales, our world, is 2,548 billion. A massively untapped market in the crypto space is there when you look at these numbers. So the question isn't, is this a big market? It absolutely is. The question is, are you going to take advantage of this opportunity right now? Or are you going to watch from the sidelines again? Because this opportunity will not come around again. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity to get involved at an early stage. And it begins with tokenization. Now let's set the scene and get everybody on the same page. What is tokenization? Well, put it like this. Imagine $1 million building. Most people can't own $1 million building, but what if we broke it into 1 million digital pieces? Now, anybody can own a fraction of it. They can trade it instantly and they can earn from it. That's tokenization in its most simple form. The philosophy is this, these three simple steps that you see on the screen. A real world asset gets identified. It could be property, it could be gold, it could be art, it could be diamonds, it could be a Patek Philippe watch, it could be a Bugatti. It gets broken into digital tokens on the blockchain where each token represents a slice of ownership. Anybody can buy, sell, or hold and earn from appreciation, yields, and revenue sharing as the asset grows in value. Turn $1 million of assets into instant liquidity. Trade globally, earn passively. This is just a small fraction of the transformation that Nexora enables. Now, in the future, everything is going to be tokenized. That means everything is moving onto the blockchain. We're at the beginning of a huge global shift, a once in a lifetime opportunity, and this is really what Nexora is capitalizing upon. The world is moving from renting to owning, from subscriptions to stakes, from platforms keeping everything and using the community to the community being shared owners. Look at these asset classes. Almost 400 trillion in real estate, 150 trillion in bonds and debt, almost 130 trillion in global equities, 215 in alternatives and gold. You add those together, and that makes almost $900 trillion in global assets that are going to move on chain eventually. Now, today, only 33 billion is on chain. And the projection is that by 2030, in a little over 3 years' time, that number is going to grow to 16 trillion. That's an almost 500x growth. And Nexora is positioned right at the beginning and right slap bang in the middle of this curve as crypto natives leading the way. We are leading the market on this. There are 741 million crypto owners worldwide. That leaves a huge addressable market. 95% of that 741 million cannot, will not, or do not use their crypto in their daily lives. That's just fact. And that's a problem that Nexora solves. Imagine being able to own part of a real estate project, a private investment fund, a sports brand, a tech company, a music catalog, a startup, any revenue generating business at all through digital tokens. This token isn't a coin just floating on the internet anymore. It represents real value, real utility, and real alignment between the builders and the community supporting them. In the old world, ownership was reserved for the top 1%, the elites, the people swanning around in Monaco on their giant yachts, the insiders, the institutions, and the accredited investors. That changes here. Tokenization opens the door for communities to have access, for communities to become owners and stakeholders in areas where they've never had access before. The people creating the momentum can finally share in the upside that they build. That's the shift. From speculation to participation, from renting to ownership, from pump and dump culture to shared ownership, and from chasing meme coins to building financial ecosystems. The next wave of crypto will not be about random coins. It's about turning real world value into digitally accessible ownership. Now, anybody these days, especially in the day of generative AI, can create a fancy slide deck or a fancy video. But the difference between an idea, a slide deck, or a video is the people behind it and real world execution. And Nexora has both. So let me show you who's building Nexora with me. First of all, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Murray Hicks. I'm a bit of an enterprise technology veteran. I've been in enterprise technology for over 20 years now. Born and educated in the UK, but living in North America for the last 2 decades. I've been helping enterprise Fortune 500 companies grow, transform, and bring to market best in class digital products that funnel vast amounts of money through them, helping companies move from Web 2 to Web 3 and bring the best possible user experience. Brands such as JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo, John Deere, Ford, the NBA, the NFL, Under Armour. I even worked at Huawei, where I led their App Store monetization program and tripled their apps and revenue in North America in under 2 years. So I've been in technology my entire life. And because of that, I was fortunate enough to be introduced to Bitcoin, to digital currency early on, back in 2013, I think. And ever since then, I got bitten by that bug. And since then, I've had a parallel career in that world. I've worked with multiple decentralized projects, ranging from launch pads to on-ramps like MoonPay. I even built a metaverse on Solana with Unreal Engine as the front end. So I've been through multiple adoption curves, market cycles, and technology shifts, from early adoption to mass scale, and most importantly, the psychology that comes with that, right? I was there in 2017 with the huge boom, the huge bull market, but then I was also there in 2018 with the big bear market, and I absolutely got the shirt taken off my back. So it's really important to understand how to strip out profits and to know when the top is coming. But from all of that, it means that I bring a wealth of leadership, if you like, practical experience that you can't just read in a book or learn on a course. You only get that from getting battle scars from the battlefield, being out in the trenches, rolling your sleeves up and getting your hands dirty. But it's not just me here. There wouldn't be much of a product without me. I can't even write a single line of code. I am surrounded by an incredible team of operationalists, finance experts, blockchain experts, crypto experts, marketeers, operationalists, people like Mr. Liam Robertson, the CEO and founder of Alphabet Digital Currency Fund. That's a big deal. They were the first regulated crypto fund out of the UK, and they launched a company called Launchpool, a launchpad, which was one of the first crypto launchpads in Europe. Liam and his team have seen thousands of projects over the years, and he is an absolute expert in picking the early projects that have the most growth potential and helping them bring us to the Nexora ecosystem. That's the key. Nobody wants to buy in at the top. Simple notion: buy low, sell high, not sell high, buy low. It's important that we have the proper people in place to help bring the right projects. People like Michael Turpin. If you do a quick Google search on Michael Turpin, you'll see that he is known as the godfather of crypto. Just a quick search around and you'll see that he is an OG in the space. He's been around since the inception of Bitcoin, since the white paper was written by Satoshi. And just like Liam, he's been involved in thousands and thousands of projects over the years. So Just with these two gentlemen, and we have many others on the network marketing and on the blockchain side of the house, helping bring the best projects with the most growth potential to our community. Now, our development team is these are the people that actually get the work done, that bring the product to you, that bring the interface to you. Led by Sam Singer, our CTO, and Ujwal, our lead developer. Both of these gentlemen have worked independently on multiple government projects, setting up real-world blockchain infrastructure for countries producing billions in GDP. You don't get to do that unless you're an expert, top 1% in your field. They've both independently won awards and hackathons on both Binance Smart Chain and Solana. And their teams, of which there are about 40 each, work in multiple time zones. That means they don't work in one time zone from 9 to 5 and then nothing happens for 12 hours. No, we use a follow the sun methodology, meaning that development never stops. We're always iterating, we're always coding, we're always solving, and we're always growing the platform to bring you not only the best projects, but the best possible user experience. It also means we can better serve our regions and our communities faster, more efficiently, and in your own native language. I think we support about 30, over 30 different languages now. So we're a truly global company. And then we have our global field distributors. This is the distribution network, the people already building momentum globally. Mr. Wang Xing, for example, South Korean network marketing family dynasty. There are thousands upon thousands of people in his community. Network marketing in South Korea is an incredibly huge and well-respected industry. We are regularly on calls with Mr. Wang and his team, and there are often 500 or 600 people on these calls. The South Korean people truly understand the power of community, the power of togetherness, that we are stronger together when we combine all our power together. The rising tide lifting all the boats. We've got Mr. Harvey Gill from the UK with a background in fraud detection and AML, which stands for anti-money laundering. He has 10 years under his belt in the network marketing space. He's seen hundreds of different projects, made a lot of people very wealthy, and he has the most specific attention to detail that I've ever seen from anybody. This guy does not get involved in projects that are skeptical. His background ensures that he only gets involved with the most legitimate and the most money-making projects. And then we've got Uri Kasparov. Look at the smile on that guy's face. That's not an AI-generated smile. I've met him. He is a big, cuddly uncle with 30 years, yes, 30 years under his belt of network marketing. He originally got involved with Amway back in the early 90s. He has never had a boss. He's pleased to tell everybody that he meets about that. And he just wants to take you by the hand and show you how to do it. He joins us on our road shows. He comes up and travels around with us, and he will get the most. He'll help you get the most out of the platform. So this isn't being launched in one country or one region. No. This is a global movement with established leadership on the ground in multiple markets, experienced people who have done this before. The infrastructure is in place. The question is, where do you want to plug in? Now, let's talk a bit more about the problem that we solve here. Crypto is very confusing. It can be overwhelming. And quite frankly, as I said before, it feels like a casino where you don't know the rules. And that's not wrong. There are 741 million people in the world who own crypto, but 95% of them don't use it in their daily lives. Well, why is that? Three main reasons: scattered opportunities, it's complex and confusing, and there's no real utility. People have accounts and wallets everywhere, but there's no simple unified hub to keep track of everything. Most people don't know how to turn their crypto into actual profits or when to do that. And users can't spend what they earn. Nobody owns anything. Platforms take all the value and users get left behind. As adoption scales, most regular people, they're not going to deal with crypto wallets, seed phrases, and gas fees just to buy coffee, fill their car up with gas, or get groceries. They don't want to deal with the volatility either. I mean, it's obvious. Nobody wants to spend something today that might be worth 20% more tomorrow. And then there's trust gaps. So many scams, so many hacks, so many rug pulls. You don't know what's legitimate or what's not. We solve that problem. We shield you from the craziness of the crypto world. And I'll show you how we do that. We do it through four pillars. One ecosystem, four pillars, full ownership, connect. Join the ecosystem, build your network. This is the community layer, the people around you that drive the value. Earn through nodes, yields, and airdrops, and many other areas, and I'll go into more detail shortly. But this is where the money works for you 24/7. And then spend. Spend in the real world using the Nexora Visa card. Your crypto earnings become spendable anywhere Visa is accepted. And then own it. Your node, your yields, your future. This is the fundamental shift. You are not a user, you are an owner. Most platforms are designed to extract value from you. They do it slowly over time, but they extract value from you. Nexora returns it to the people that drive the value, the people that matter, you, the community. Ownership is important. Look at these traditional platforms like Instagram, Facebook, X, Amazon, Uber. You create the content. It's yours, but they own the stuff. You drive the need, you drive the demand, but they keep all the revenue. And with old network marketing, you build the network and they keep the equity. That's not right. But just think about those companies, the Ubers, the Airbnbs, the Amazons. They're all just connectors. Airbnb owns no houses. Uber owns no cars. They are just the facilitator, simplifying and providing convenience through a simple and user intuitive interface. It's smart, but it's simple. And that's what we do, but for crypto, and we share everything with you. Those companies that I just mentioned scaled massively by mobilizing global communities, but the profits all stayed at the top. And that's fine. That's the capitalist, old school, triangular command and control system where the top 1% of that triangle keep all the profits and everybody else fights for breadcrumbs. Well, Nexora takes the same community powered growth model, but we share the revenue with the people actually deriving the value. That's the difference. So with Nexora, you build it, you own it. Tokens that appreciate, and we're already showing that through our 5 projects that are live in the ecosystem right now. Everything is showing double-digit growth. 50% of platform fees flowing back to node holders. This is a fundamental shift in a structure. Those crossed out platforms and network marketing rows you see on the screen here, that's intentional. That's the old way of doing things. Nexora is the new world. And for those of you that have done network marketing before, this is what network marketing should have always been. Actual ownership, not just commissions that stop when you stop. We do this through 3 core partnerships: the Inception blockchain, the Nexora Visa card, and the Assetia Launchpad. The blockchain is a scalable layer 1 blockchain. EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine, proof of stake, near 0 fees. This is the rails that everything runs on. Smart, proven, and scalable. The Nexora card, a crypto to fiat card that works in over 160 countries, full verification, full compliance. This is the bridge between your crypto earnings and your real life, and it's available right now. And then we've got the Launchpad. This is where projects get tokenized, they get launched, the revenue from these projects flow to node holders, and we use our proprietary proof of reputation protocol to not only help ensure the legitimacy of the projects, but help ensure a fair and transparent allocation process to all our community. So with 93% of the world not yet in crypto, Nexora bridges that gap with a blockchain, a debit card, and a launchpad for the next generation of tokenized assets. Let's talk about the Visa card because this is a really important piece. Not only is it the ability to spend your assets in the real world, but we're transforming digital assets from something people simply hold on to into something they can use in their everyday life, securely, compliantly, and at global scale, because it's powered by the Visa network infrastructure, and it's also issued by our good partner, Bitcoin Black. We're not a card company, we know that. We're a wealth generation company, so we've partnered with someone who's a card specialist. So the card is built on legitimate financial rails with full KYC and AML onboarding. That means know your customer and anti-money laundering. It has full compliance controls and regulated payment standards. This might sound boring, but it really matters. So much of the crypto industry is built around speculation, anonymity, anonymous wallets, and loosely regulated financial products. And many crypto cards lack robust identity verification. They lack transparent compliance processes or any kind of sustainable banking relationships. This creates huge risk for users, merchants, partners, and ultimately the ecosystem itself. That's why our approach is fundamentally different. We know that the future of digital finance belongs to the platforms that combine the innovation and efficiency of crypto and blockchain with the trust, compliance, and consumer protections that you get from your everyday banking. That's why, with us, every cardholder must undergo full KYC verification, compliance screening, and other like verification standards to make sure that you are who you say you are. Any card that's given to you by a crypto company that doesn't have these type of protocols in place, these protections, it's a scam. And sooner or later it will get shut down and your money will disappear. So with us, this means it's more than a payment card. It makes it legitimate. It's a critical piece of infrastructure that connects your digital assets, the tokenized economies, the projects, and the real world commerce. This enables our community to move between crypto and traditional finance with confidence, security, and absolute legitimacy. As I said before, the future of finance will not be built upon anonymous speculation. It's going to be built on trusted infrastructure that makes digital value usable in the real world. So this is how we close the loop. You earn in the ecosystem, you spend in the real world, just like with a regular debit card, except what's funding it is a node generating yield while you sleep. Then we have our blockchain, Inception. Now, when institutions, regulators, and investors evaluate a blockchain, they focus on four key things: security, scalability, predictability, and longevity. And Inception was selected because it delivers on all four of those pieces. Our advanced fee model creates predictable transaction economics, which is critical when you're tokenizing real-world assets and delivering other projects at the scale that we are. Users and businesses need the confidence that transaction costs will remain stable and manageable as adoption grows. From a technology standpoint, Inception is full EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine, which means it uses Ethereum technology. It leverages the largest and most mature developer blockchain ecosystem in the world. Security is also important. As such, we use the Ethereum proof of stake architecture, validator monitoring, and slashing mechanisms to incentivize honest participation and protect the network integrity. In practical terms, this means the blockchain is designed to remain secure, resilient, and highly available, even as we scale to the numbers that we are. The roadmap is there too. Because Ethereum is so well established, there's longevity and visibility into where it's going. It means that Inception is not built just for today's requirement, it has a clearly defined upgrade path. So we're building for the future. But most importantly, our users never need to think about any of this. The technology just disappears into the background and it just works. Think about it. You don't think about how your email works or how a phone call is made. It just works. This is the same with Nexora. At the same time, you will experience full ownership, huge opportunities in new projects, rewards, and participation through a simple and intuitive user interface. That's the goal. All of the benefits of crypto and blockchain without the complexity. So when we're building for this new world, we're not building on speculation. We're building on infrastructure designed to support millions upon millions of users, huge transaction volumes, and support long-term ecosystem growth. And then finally, Assetia, our launchpad. Now, launchpads are nothing new. This is how projects get launched into different ecosystems. But the old way of doing things was based on one simple premise, right? You connect a wallet, buy a token, cross your fingers, and hope for the best. That's not a good strategy. So we changed it. At the heart of the Assetia platform is an AI-powered proof of reputation protocol that evaluates participation, it evaluates engagement and contribution across the ecosystem. That's of any project, any user, or anyone bringing a project, anyone in the community. It does it holistically. For the community, it means instead of rewarding those who get there first or who have the largest wallet, the platform rewards the users who consistently show up, who consistently create value. This creates a much healthier ecosystem for everybody involved. It means higher access to higher quality opportunities with a more transparent allocation process. And for the platform itself, it creates stronger retention, deeper engagement, and a more sustainable growth model. And it becomes the reputation and distribution layer that connects high quality projects with high quality participants, you amazing people, at a global scale. And the numbers speak for themselves. Assetia has already participated in over 50 launch cycles. It's facilitated more than $90 million in retail participation, and it's helped fund or advise over 100 other different projects. These are proof points demonstrating both market demand and operational excellence. Ultimately, we believe the next generation of Web3 platforms will not be won by speculation. They will be won by trust. The platforms that know their users, that reward meaningful and honest participation, and create fair access to opportunity. Those will be the ones that attract lasting communities. That is why Nexora has been created, and Assetia is built specifically for that future. Next up, the node. The Inception node is the core product. Everything revolves around the node. It is the engine of your business. It is the digital vault, the catch-all that all your tokens and all the logic sits inside that supercharges and then has the smart contracts to distribute wealth. The Inception node is a digital asset that generates yield 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You set it up once and it works for you for the duration of the contract period. Monthly yields of anywhere up to 15% a month, depending on your contract tier and your contract length. That's not annual, that's monthly. Try getting 15% back from the bank or the stock market on a monthly basis. They will laugh your face off. They just can't do that. but we do that. We have 13 tiers from $50 right up to 100 grand, three contract options from 2.5 years to 5 years or 10 years, and two strategies, node on or node off. The yield engine never stops. Set it, forget it, collect it. A digital asset that's always generating income. And these yields and these revenues come from real world revenue. Swap fees, node activations, lending protocols, card transactions, launchpad fees, real economic activity. This is the activity that the people always usually make money from. The top 1%, the people that own the infrastructure, the people that own the exchanges. This is where they're making money from you on a daily basis, not just from token price increases, but every time you make a trade, every time you make a swap, every time you extract money or put money in, someone's taking a slice of that pie. Well, now that pie taker is going to be you. You are an owner. We have 13 node tiers. There's something for everybody. This is not just a network for high net worth individuals, it's for the entire community. Tiers range from $50 right up to 100,000, and the yields rates here shown as node on or off increase with the tier and the contract length. Most people come in and start as a basic or a starter to see how it works. Others come in a higher tier right away to maximize their yield. There is no wrong answer. The best node is the one that you can commit to. Multiple income streams for node holders. Node on versus node off. Whether it's on or off, you accumulate yield. When the node is on, you can accumulate up to 15% a month in yield. The balance grows untouched. You can't take money out while it's on, but you earn the highest yield. This is what I call the wealth building. Node off generates up to 7% a month in cash flow, but you can access your money. You can take it out. It's paid out every 8 hours, 3 cycles a day. This is the best for steady income. We realize, unlike with staking, when you stake a coin, you have to stake it for 6 months, a year, 2 years, but you don't have access to it. But what if you need that? So we've changed it. Now, with Nexora, all you got to do is switch your node off. You still get a lower yield, but you get access. Income streams also come from token price growth. Obviously, basic economics dictate that as supply grows and demand grows and supply tightens, the inception value token rises. We're already showing that with Inception, with Andy Coin, with Olivia. This all boosts the USD value of your accumulated returns. We have a buyback that accumulates in your bonus node. So buybacks are nothing new. That helps support the token price over time. Just in like for example, if everybody was to take all their money out at the same time, the token price would crash. We have a buyback whereby 15% of all rewards are automatically used to purchase Inception tokens from the open market. Now, normally what happens when someone does a buyback, it goes into a black box. And really, someone else steals it and runs away with it. But we populate this into a bonus node for you, clearly visible in your back office. This not only sustains the buy pressure, but it grows your position simultaneously. That means 85% instant cash and 15% building in your bonus node. No longer do you have to choose between cash flow and growth because Nexora is giving you everything that you need. So, how do we generate revenue? This is the engine under the hood. 5 revenue streams, all combining to an estimated $1 billion in turnover. Yes, you heard me right. $1 billion. We're going to be a $1 billion company by the end of this year. And 60% of that is guaranteed to flow back to node holders. This means top earners are going to be pulling in excess of $20 million. And they come from a combination of these revenue streams you see on the screen here. Node activations, swap fees, lending protocols, the Nexora card, and the Assetio Launchpad. 60% of $1 billion flowing back to node holders. That's not just yield. That is ownership, a share of a growing financial ecosystem. So how do you get involved? Well, there's two paths. We make it very simple. There's the customer path. All you need to do is purchase a node and you can earn passive returns. There's no team building required. You don't have to get involved in network marketing and recruiting people. You earn from the node yields, you can earn returns whether the engine is on or whether the engine is off, and then you still get a direct bonus on any referrals, and there's no monthly subscription fee. Then there's the partner path. You get everything a customer gets, plus you get the full compensation plan. Direct team, binary bonuses, rank rewards, fast start bonus, and the full office dashboard to manage your infrastructure. You can start as a customer today or a partner. As a customer, there is zero pressure to build a team. You can still get involved and earn money. But if you decide you want to build a business around this, the partner path unlocks everything. You will be your own business owner inside of the Nexora ecosystem. You are your own crypto fund, run and managed by you. Think of it like this. Nexora shields you from the crazy world of crypto, where there are hundreds of thousands of projects out there where you have no idea which one is legitimate, which one is scam, which one's fake, which one's good. And we hand feed you the best, most progressive projects, hand-picked by experts with decades of experience, investment fund managers, feeding you the best possible projects that you then get to pick and choose and then absolutely grow through the power of network marketing. Projects that are early that are going to peak, projects that are not yet on major exchanges that will go on. That's how people make big money. And now we are bringing that to you, like I said, on a silver platter. And then we're turbocharging it with the power of network marketing. So this is the call to action. Are you going to sit on the sidelines or are you going to get involved? Don't sit on the outside. Don't sit on this one again. This is like getting involved with Bitcoin back in 2010 or something. So we started today with our tagline of connect, earn, spend, and own. Now you know the substance behind that. These are not just words. This is reality. This is our mantra. These are words we live by. Most platforms are designed to use you, to take your money slowly over time. Nexora reverses that. We let you own the ecosystem, we let you own the platform, and we return the value to you, the most important people who drive the value. So, thank you for your time today. I like to end this call always with a saying. The best time to plant a tree was 15 years ago. The next best time is today. Don't sleep on this, people. Get involved. There's nothing to lose. Thanks for your time. Be well, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.